Welcome back to the channel. So for today's episode we have a fountain pump. It was in service, it works. It's just not pumping water very well because it's full of crap. I've literally just replaced this pump, and the new one I've got actually has the ability to just easily remove this end cap. So I'm hoping that this one's got the same, but it's just a little bit stuck because it's so full of rubbish. So I'm basically going to try and pull this piece off and give it a clean out, and we'll put it back into service again. So there's a couple of little tabs here. Oh yeah, there we go, look at that. Wish I'd known that before. Oh my goodness me, look at that. That is disgusting. And the pump is actually fully blocked up. So I think this one can probably just go straight in the bin. The other filter, I bought a brick size filter to go with it, and I've still obviously got the other filter in the box, so I'm going to grab that one, give this motor a bit of a clean out, and then we'll get it back into service. Alright, so here's the box with the other pump bits in it. There you go, so it's even got the new head on it. Obviously they're slightly different, but I can make the filter fit, that's the main thing. This is a bit crusty looking, but it's clear, and there's no blockages anywhere, which is good. So it's just the filter itself was blocked, which is why it wasn't pumping water anywhere. It does have a little seal in there. I don't know that I've got one anywhere at the moment, so I'll think about that one for later. Now, if the other bit came apart, I should be able to pull the actual pump head off too. Oh, I didn't think of that before. There we go. Nice. So, grab a pair of pliers. There we go. So there's a reason I can't pump any water, that's because there's no hole in it. Now we'll just give these a clean off. I pull the gunk off. Look at that, there's a hole in it. Couldn't see that before. I'll just give this a wipe down. Alright, everything's looking a little bit cleaner in there now. So we'll see if we can pop it back together and get it to go again. I'm now just wondering if the filter is going to be the same size as the packet. Oh, yep, that's gone together okay. Alright. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess here. That's right. One of the good things about pond motors is they've got 15 miles of cable. Yep, there we go, that works. Managed to spray water everywhere. There we go. Won't keep on for very long. There we go. Very nice. Much better. So we're going to have a bit of a take 3 on the pump today. So last time, if you remember the last video, I'll leave the link down below. I wasn't quite getting it to pump properly, and that was because I didn't just have enough water in the thing to actually get it to start pumping properly. Of course, this is only a small pump, so it's not going to be, pumping meters of water up hills and stuff. All I want it to do is assist the water coming out of the tank to water the garden. So after the video last time, I ended up sloshing some water about, and all of a sudden it started pumping. So I made a mess all over the bench. It was great. I had water everywhere, but that's okay. So what I've got to do today is I've got this elbow piece to go on the tank. So basically this will, because this comes out into the sort of the middle of the walking area for the garden. So I'm basically just turning it around the corner so the pump can then sort of head back towards a building so that it's basically out of the way. And then so I've just got a couple of pieces of pipe that I'm just going to add to the setup just so I can test it and then maybe look at how I can do it probably later. But this is just what I found at Bunnings, just to get it on the road to start with. and then look at improving it as time goes on. So this will probably end up being put in a box, and I'll seal it up and put some holes in the bottom just to let any water fall out if it happens to fall apart. I will also probably just put some silicone over these wires just to insulate them so that it doesn't get shorted out if it does flood in there. And then this control board will sit in a waterproof box above it, and it will so I'll just basically silicone up the holes on that so that it stays waterproof, because basically it is outside. So it'll just make sure that that's okay. And then the big burst power supply will sit up high out of everything, and I'll just run the power cables down to this board and keep this power supply elevated and up and out the way and in its own waterproof box so that it can't get flooded, one by the elements, but also by the pump if it happens to have a bit of an accident. So let's see what happens today. So the short version of what I'm doing is this will fit on there okay, and then I'm going to push one of those in there. So that'll be the outlet for the hose that comes to the garden, and then the tank hose will be this one, and it will somehow fit over there, and then somehow fit over there. I'll probably have to heat it up a little bit just to soften the rubbery plasticky stuff up a bit first, just to get it over the end of that. So that's what I'll do first. We'll move all the electronics out the way first so I don't burn anything, and I'll just give the place a quick vacuum first because I've made a bit of a mess. Alright, so we've got the good old MAP gas here to just heat up the pipe a little bit, tube rather, so that it goes over the end of the dishwasher pump, because it's not quite the right size, but I couldn't find anything else that would be suitable. I might be able to find an old card radiator hose or something that might be alright, but it's not pumping a lot of pressure, so it should be okay to use. There we go, that was nice and quick and easy. So now I'll just see if I can fit one of these clamps over it and just clamp it all down a bit more. The clamp's just really in an awkward spot because of where all the stuff is, because normally this part of the dishwasher that I'm playing with here normally goes into a slot, so it doesn't actually have anything holding it apart from a bracket, I think, that sits behind it and just holds it in place, whereas now I'm trying to get it to do something slightly different. That should be alright, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere because now the rubber's cooled down a little bit too. It'll be harder to get off. Then the next thing I need to put on is, so this piece is going on the tank, and this will be the piece that comes out the other side. So That's got the rubber seal on it, so I want that side. And there we go, that's just going to turn on, maybe, yep. So I might just check this once I've got it together, because it might leak a little bit of water out of here. Might just need to put a bit of silicone in here, or plumber's tape or something. And same for the next bit. This will be where the hose is going to connect up to. Alright, everything seems to be fitting together quite nicely there. So then this will be the last fun bit. I don't know whether this will need a little bit of heat as well. Might help if I put the bracket on, the clamp on first. Thought I managed to get this in without having to heat it up. But for the sake of 5 seconds with the heater. Now I'll clamp that down while it's still slightly liquidy. There we go. That was quick and easy, wasn't it? So I won't do this bit on the tank until I actually go outside and put it on the tank. So I'll put this on the tank first and then I'll put this in. But that's basically how it'll fit when it goes onto the tank. And that's it. So I was going to put this on the tank today, but it's pouring with rain outside and it's going to be talking about storming, so I'm not going to do it today. So I'll have to do a sort of a part 2 for this video to do this particular bit of it. Alright, well that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to drop me a comment down below, and thanks for watching till the end. Don't forget to give it a like and hit that subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next one.